Hello everybody, what's going on? This is Word here, and I am finally back. It's been a long time, of course, because I was out at IPL 5, but this is going to be my first cast as I've returned back to home, and damn it, it feels very good because I haven't casted or even played in a long time, something I wasn't able to do over that weekend very much, so I am very much looking forward to this. This is a replay from IEM Singapore and is also featured in the GosuGamers Replay of the Week pack. Of course, if you want these replays for yourself, you can go check them out on GosuGamers.net. But right now, we've got a game for us, people. It's going to be Grubby versus Sting. Grubby, of course, the blue Protoss spawning in the northern portion of Cloud Kingdom, and his opponent from Western Wolves, Sting, a very, very strong Terran who has been known to cheese against Protoss. So we'll see if he does something like that this particular game. Now, of course, I am fresh back from IPL 5, and it was an amazing event. If you've been keeping up with any of the hype on Reddit or anything like that, you'll know the production was amazing. If you watched it, you'll know that. And just in general, it was a terrific event for players, staff, and spectators alike. So thanks so much to IGN for bringing me out there. Of course, if you guys didn't know, I was invited to IPL 5 as one of the top 4 of the caster search to cast on stream, as well as compete for a job with IGN. I did not end up winning. Congratulations to Robin, who did win, so you'll be seeing him cast with IPL a lot more. But don't worry, guys, it has not put out my fire at all. I am back stronger than ever, and I am really looking forward to bringing you guys lots of new content, both on YouTube with my new YouTube channel, and on stream, as I'm going to be streaming much, much more because I really have been slacking. Please make sure to go check out the video I recently uploaded, my weekly update. And as the name, of course, lends itself to, I'll be updating those every Sunday with news. And this one in particular has the announcements for my new YouTube channel, as well as the fact that I'll be streaming a lot more and the like. So check that out to get the update. It's only a couple minutes long. All of them will be within the 2-minute range, unless it's just a really crazy week for me. And you won't miss anything as long as you keep up on that. But now we can get to talking about this game. Of course, we have a TVP here on Cloud Kingdom from IEM Singapore. Looks like Sting is going to be going for a gasless fast expand, and Grubby going for a 1-gate fast expand. Oh no, we do see a second gas going down here, so he could have a little bit of trickery up his sleeve. He doesn't have only 2 in gas here. I'm wondering if he might change that up as this second gas pops up, but only time will tell. Sting, however, is certainly going to be going for that command center, and he will be laying it down right here. Of course, the probe can't quite see it. Sting's Marine is going to chase that probe away. And Grubby's actually not going to get a scout off. If we take a look at his vision, he didn't manage to get into the base at all, only saw that front wall, and Terrans do like to do that. And we actually have all 3 on gas here for Grubby. So it could possibly be a 1-base opening. Doesn't necessarily mean a 1-base all-in. There's a lot of gas openings you can do. Like a safe robo opening with Immortals. Usually only have 2 on gas for that sort of thing, though. So I'm thinking it's going to be some kind of Twilight Council build. We do have him scouting this little sneaky pylon here in the corner. So he should know something's up. If we take a look at Sting's vision, he sees that pylon, he sees both gases, and of course he saw that those were both fully saturated. So one of the better things, it is a Twilight Council, one of the better things you can do if you're going to hide tech is, of course, hide it in a sneaky spot where the Terran's not looking to scan. If a Terran's going to scan, it's probably going to be here, or it's going to be like right here, so he can check the natural and a portion of the base. But now that Sting has seen this pylon, he'll likely be dropping a scan near it to make sure that Grubby doesn't try to put anything over on him, and he will be extra suspicious because of those 2 gases. Now, we do have a couple gases coming up here for Sting as well. Looks like he's following up this expand with 2 racks and a factory, which will skimp him out on units a little bit, but he should be okay because the aggression for Grubby won't be coming until after whatever he wants to do with this Twilight Council is done. And it's not, and it looks like it is going to be Blink, not going to be Dark Shrine or anything like that. But Sting knows that whatever it is going to take time, so he should be able to get up to whatever tech he chooses to get up to relatively soon. He is going to throw a reactor down on this factory, or on the barracks rather. Not sure if he's going to give it to the factory or if he'll just use it to produce extra Marines for defensive purposes. I'm thinking the latter, and ooh, Grubby is actually landing, or throwing down a robo as well, but oh my god, Sting is not going to see the Twilight Council in the corner. He sees all 3 gates in a robo, and this could just be a defensive, well, not necessarily defensive. He wouldn't go 3 gates in a robo if we weren't going to try to do some kind of timing, but for all Sting knows, this is just a very standard opening, so he's going to move his orbital command down, and he's actually not even placing a bunker. So he's going to think, okay, My opponent has a robotics facility. If he's going to do anything, it's going to revolve around an Immortal. I will make a lot of Marines, and the Immortal will subsequently die and not be very useful. However, he's going to be going for a Blink Stalker aggressive movement. Oh, Grubby has to be so careful, does not want to lose a Stalker. Any Stalker lost here is absolutely terrible considering the kind of opening he's doing. We do see an Observer in production, a Blink Ops play, and potentially all in here for Grubby. As if this doesn't do the damage he needs it to do, it is very unlikely he'll be able to get back into this game. And is Sting actually going to scout this pylon? Wow, he does. He brings down a single Marine here looking for suspicious things, and he finds this giant glowing ball of blue, and that is not a Will-o'-the-Wisp. That is a coming in pylon. Grubby is going to cancel that. Now he has 5 Stalkers on the field. Oh, wow, he can actually catch Sting's units off here. Meanwhile, Sting is producing tanks back at home, which is going to be absolute aces in dealing with this Blink Stalker play. He manages to pick off another pylon. The Blink is done here for Grubby, and now Sting knows exactly what he's up against. These kills for Grubby are huge, as Sting is only producing off of 2 barracks. Now he is going to be bringing out a Marauder. He should really just be picking this up and bring it back in as soon as he can. But he thinks he can deal with it, and maybe he can. But leaving that down there is giving Grubby 2 avenues of attack, and Grubby is going to have to pull out here. Doesn't lose a single Stalker, it looks like. Managing to kill a few units there. We see in the units lost tab, as cost-effective as Grubby's Blink Stalkers are, he has about a 500% lead. But once Siege Tech is finished, that could slow down pretty quick. And now, of course, he is able to target down these SCVs. We do have a Nexus going down here for Grubby, which Sting has scouted. Saw him go up there on the minimap. Actually, an SCV in the main base. We see that there. Grubby pulling back, and oh, wow, is Sting going to get that Observer? No, he scans, but he doesn't quite get it. And now Grubby's just able to dance in between these bases. It's just like Antigua Shipyard, but oh, Grubby overextending himself a little bit, and now the Blink cooldown on these units is not going to run out. They might not get out in time. One of them is picked off. He blinks out again. The units lost tab still in his favor, but it is starting to creep up for Sting. And oh, Siege Tech is complete. Grubby is going to blink on top of these tanks as soon as they start to siege up. That is a split-second decision from Grubby. That really worked out well. Picking off those 2 tanks was huge at the cost of 2 Stalkers. That is an absolute very good trade considering what a defensive position Sting is in. Grubby actually following this up with Robotics Tech, or Robotics Bay, Colossus Tech, I should say. That SCV still sitting in his base. Sting not really scouting. He's more concerned with what is happening at his front. Grubby has killed 12 workers, and it is 36 SCVs to 28 probes. Sting, with his economic opening, can afford to lose a few workers here and there, but Grubby should be able to start piling on the damage. Man, those tanks getting picked off just limit Sting's options so much. He's going to blink on top, picks off the Marauder. The tank going to siege up on the high ground. Oh, it wastes its first shot on that Zealot, and it could have gotten a couple more Stalker kills if Sting had been target firing the Stalkers. So that's a lucky break there for Grubby. He could have taken a lot more damage. Going to start working on this orbital command. A lot of SCVs being pulled, and Grubby walks back into the tank range, loses another Stalker. The scan is going to pick off that Observer, and it looks like the Zealot here getting a couple more kills. Oh, we actually have Grubby warping in on the high ground with that pylon from the low ground. Managing to get even more kills. 14 workers killed right now. 41 SCVs to 31 probes, and the Stalkers are back and ready for more. There's not a lot here, but Stalkers die pretty quickly to Bio as well as tanks with that extra armor damage, but it looks like there isn't enough here for Sting. All of his units are on the low ground killing these pylons. Meanwhile, his main is absolutely getting torn apart. Lots of SCVs going down the expansion up for Grubby. He is making probes behind this, so he's not completely invested in this attack. But oh, it looks so powerful. Killed 23 workers now, 31 SCVs to 30 probes, and Sting might not be able to deal with this, but Grubby is not going to be able to escape until his Blink cooldown is done. He'll still have a few more seconds. He's trying to buy as much time as he can, warps in a couple of Zealots, and he will be able to blink down onto the ground. Now, this is amazing micro from Grubby, and Sting is doing a wonderful job holding it, but he's just being pulled in so many directions. The Zealots getting right on top of that Bio, slicing up a few of those Marines, and I cannot believe how cost-effective Grubby is being with Blink Stalkers versus Bio. Another great scan from Sting, going to pick off that Observer. I don't believe Grubby has another one. No, his only high ground vision is going to be the Colossus that's going to be coming out pretty soon. If we take a look at the army supply, it's 26 to 29 in favor of the Terran, but Sting is not going to have anything to deal with this Colossus that has just popped out. Grubby going to continue to dance with him a little bit. Of course, he doesn't have the high ground vision, so he's not going to be able to kill this Marauder that's working on his pylons. And oh, Sting is just pushing out here with almost all of his SCVs. He is going to be going for the kill, but Grubby is going to be able to pick this apart so much. Or no, is he just going to be going for the base trade here? All of his Stalkers walking into the natural. Back at home, this Colossus could have gotten caught out. Grubby does pull him back into the natural. And oh, is he going to get this orbital command? The Stalker's going to try to get right up underneath it, and he blinks right into the main, into the Bio. It stims, but there's just more Stalkers here. And oh, he force field Sting out. G, the Colossus up there, a bit too intimidating for Sting, and Grubby is going to take a very well-earned victory on Cloud Kingdom. What an awesome game. All of the GosuGamers replays of the week this week, guys, are from I Am Singapore, and a lot of them do feature Grubby, so make sure to check them out as we get them casted. Scenic and I are a little busy, so it might be a little bit more stunted, but at least this one is going up because this has been an awesome game. So thanks, guys. Please make sure to go check out my weekly update video to hear the latest news about the new YouTube channel, stuff like that, so you don't miss anything, and I will see you at the next cast. Word up.